He likes to go to the same combinations, quite repetitively, whereas Crawford is unpredictable. And despite him not having the size, it's the shots that you don't see that hurt.
Just lets me know right there that I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to his legacy.
Canelo Alvarez, and that's just being honest. And I think what he has done in his career, he's proven everything.
Terence Crawford sent a stark warning to Canelo Alvarez after their bout deal, asserting his intention to disrupt the boxing landscape and pose a significant danger to Alvarez's reputation. Crawford said with certainty that he is already a preeminent power across numerous weight divisions. Crawford asserts that his speed, technique, and ring intelligence will reveal Canelo's vulnerabilities, emphasizing that he is not only participating in the fight, but is intent on redefining greatness at Canelo's price, notwithstanding Canelo's justifications.
Is why he don't want to take a fight with me. If it's all about business, then you doing good business. If I'm easy work, I heard him say I'm easy work. If I was easy work, well, you would take all that money that he's offering you. But yet and still, he want 200 million for Benavidez, and he want 150 million to fight me. So that just lets me know right there that I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to his legacy, because it would be crazy for a guy that started at 135 to come all the way up to 168, your weight, no catch weight, no none of that, and dethrone you. So, he got that in the back of his head. This guy, for one, he's tough. For two, he's a boxer. He moves, he can punch, he can do it all. I can't slip up and lose to this little guy. Then what will my fans think of me? What will my Mexican people think of me?
With the confrontation now validated, experts see this as an intriguing confrontation of styles. Canelo Alvarez employs powerful repeated combos and exceptional counterpunching, making him a formidable adversary. Terence Crawford, recognized for his unpredictability and precise timing, may exploit holes if he synchronizes well with Canelo. However, Crawford must have sufficient power to command Canelo's respect, else the bout might be challenging. Experts assert that Canelo's power and experience in higher weight classes provide him with an advantage. Yet, Crawford's technical brilliance and flexibility may enable him to outscore his opponent. This stylistic confrontation is a highly anticipated event.
Canelo, he likes to go to the same combinations, quite repetitively, whereas Crawford is unpredictable. And despite him not having the size, it's the shots that you don't see that hurt the most. And maybe Crawford can hit him with some unexpected shit. And because of the repetitiveness of Canelo, maybe he can time him. Maybe he can counterpunch with him, because Crawford is unbelievable at that. But I'm fascinated to see if Crawford has the power to get the respect of Canelo Alvarez, because when you don't, it's a long night. It's not nice. Like Crawford did well against Madrimov, and he won that fight for me quite clearly. But Madrimov was countering him. If you can counter the counter puncher, you can give them a lot of problems when they're not used to that. And Canelo can counter people really well. And as great as Terence Crawford is, we've never seen him in there with someone with the power of Canelo Alvarez. This is a different world of power. And look, maybe Canelo doesn't throw as many shots as he used to, and maybe Crawford might look at that and go, you know what, I'm going to try and outpoint this guy, not get into a war with him, but just show my boxing, genius and outpoint him and outland him. That's possible. It is. This is why this is such a fascinating matchup, man. We've been treated to some amazing fights. Usyk Fury, for example, this is another one of those mega fights.
Eddie Hearn recognizes that Canelo Alvarez has established his credentials in boxing and does not need to validate a bout with Jake Paul. He emphasizes that Canelo has transitioned into a businessman, pursuing the fight primarily for the substantial financial reward, potentially exceeding $100 million, rather than for legacy purposes.
And that's just being honest. And I think what he has done in his career, he's proven everything, right? His resume is unbelievable. And if you want to make 100 million, to fight Jake Paul, right? Like the thing is about Canelo, he don't tell any lies. He's very transparent, right? He's not going to try and justify this fight to you that, no, what I'm doing it to bring boxing to a wider audience. No, he's doing it for a sackload of money. So whenever you put an opponent forward to Canelo Alvarez, his question is, how much? And he's a businessman at this stage in his career. right? And at the end of the day, someone is offering whatever it will be, 80 million, 100 million, 120, to fight Jake Paul. A fight in which there is absolutely no risk. And by the way, you can't criticise Jake Paul. Because the criticism for Jake Paul has always been, when are you going to fight someone decent? Well, guess what? You might be fighting Canelo Alvarez. I don't hate it. I'll be watching.
You intend to give up the belts though? That's the next stage.
Yeah, maybe. It might be his last fight. Who knows?
Hearn advocates for Jake Paul, stating he has been criticized for not fighting top opponents, but now he could face Canelo nevertheless. He concedes Jake has no real chance, calling Canelo a formidable fighter. He thinks Jake will lose horribly, but still make a great amount of money.
Stage in boxing, no one's surprised that a fight like that's getting made. And I know you've gone out and said you do respect Jake Paul for getting in there. Canelo's a totally different beast to, definitely out of his prime Mike Tyson. Just talk about how much respect you would have for Jake for taking that fight.
Only respect because of the money. I mean, he's not doing it for free. He's not doing it because he wants to prove himself as a great fighter. He's doing it for 100 mil as well, or whatever he's getting. Do you know
It's
what I
a
mean?
very, very scary man.
It's dangerous, and he's going to get spanked.
How many rounds?
However many Canelo wants it to be. I mean, the only thing is, Jake's going to be a lot heavier and bigger. But listen, no disrespect to Jake's ability as a fighter. He's fighting Canelo Alvarez, who is one of the top fighters in the world. So, he's going to get spanked, but he's going to make a lot of money whilst receiving.
Only one day ago, famous boxing promoter Eddie Hearn announced that a bout between Jake Paul and Canelo Alvarez was in serious discussion. Hearn made it plain that Canelo is always ready to fight given the right financial offer is made, stating give Canelo the money and he will fight anyone without caring if it is Turkey Alec or any offering the fight. This statement makes it obvious that Canelo was open to facing Jake Paul, provided the business side of things made sense. Money has always been a driving factor in boxing, and Canelo, like any top fighter, is willing to take on big fights that guarantee massive paydays.
Nothing really. I mean, it was all very sudden, wasn't it? Is it in relation to the Jake Paul fight? I don't know. I mean, look, Canelo, I'd say all that. Canelo don't care, right? Give him the money and he's going to fight. He doesn't really have, and this isn't a negative towards him, because he makes it clear. He has no loyalty to anyone, right? None to me, none to PBC, none to Turkey Al Sheikh. Pay me the money, I will fight whoever you want me to fight. That's basically it. So, I guess the talk was a Crawford fight. Now it looks like the Jake Paul fight is done, by all accounts. So, does that make the Crawford fight less appealing? Because he's kind of moving into that world now. And I don't blame him, because he's going to make an absolute fortune to punch Jake Paul. And I don't mind the fight, I've got to be honest with you. I've given Jake stick over the years because he's done some things that I didn't like, and I'm just being honest. But you have to respect him for taking the Canelo fight. He's doing that because there's a huge amount of money on the table. But I don't mind seeing it. So yeah, I don't know I have no idea whether it's in relation to that or whatever. I've not had one conversation about it, but certainly, Canelo moving into that world, if you like, changes things perhaps in terms of.
First, Canelo Alvarez was exploring a match against Jake Paul in May, with conversations for a prospective fight with Terence Crawford, but Turkey Alec, chairman of Saudi Arabia's General Entertainment Authority, was allegedly dissatisfied with the notion of Canelo fighting Paul. Subsequently, the Canelo against Jake Paul match was cancelled, and now Canelo is expected to meet Terence Crawford in September.
We know decided to pull the plug on the Canelo Terence Crawford fight September 13th at Allegiant Stadium, Las Vegas Raiders Stadium in Las Vegas, due to the fact that Canelo Alvarez was trying to do a side deal outside of his 3-fight deal with Turkey Al Sheikh in Riyadh season to fight YouTube sensation turned professional boxer Jake Paul May 3rd. Turkey Al Sheikh wasn't happy with it. And so with that said, instead of getting the 2 Hall of Fame iconic fighters, first ballot Hall of Famers, in Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez in September, Turkey Al Sheikh decided, I'll find a new super fight for Terence Crawford and we'll take the deal off the table for Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez then decides, nope, he and his team pick up the phone. They have a conversation with Turki Al-Sheikh. And Turki Al-Sheikh and Canelo come to a 4-fight deal that's going to cancel the Jake Paul fight May 3rd, Las Vegas at the T-Mobile. And is now going to see Canelo Alvarez possibly face William Skull, the IBF undefeated Puerto Rican champion, at 168, May in Riyadh season.
Boxing trainer Greg Hackett chimed in on the reported showdown between Jake Paul and Canelo Alvarez. He explained that the planned bout wasn't only a rumor claiming that Canelo cannot fight Crawford. Hackett's insights shed light on the difficulties and discussions behind high-profile boxing contests.
All right, so news got leaked that Canelo Alvarez and Jake Paul in May.
What?
So you got people that think it's a rumor. I can confirm that it's not a rumor. This is something that we've known for a long. I'm going to say we've known for about 3 to 4 weeks.
That's not going to be a real fight now. So that means Bud ain't happening.
No. They talk about blood in September. Canelo, Jake Paul in that.
If he fight Jake Paul, he ain't going to fight Bud. Because I'm going to tell you why. He got to go up for Jake Paul. You got to go up for Jake Paul. Jake Paul not coming under 200 pounds. You understand? Canelo going to do the same thing Roy did to his body. He'll go up and bring it back down to 68. Fuck no. He's going to do the same thing Roy did against.
Jake Paul resorted to Twitter to voice his outrage at Canelo Alvarez's decision to withdraw out of their planned bout. He tweeted breaking news: Canelo Alvarez ducked me Jake Paul and is now an owned slave. With no respect for the pride of the Mexican people who support him on our soil, it's not unexpected when his entire career he has done nothing for the sport of boxing outside the ring. I'm the new face of boxing. You cannot have the greatest fight of 2025 without my name attached. When all of your events tank and lose money, you will all understand who the king of the sport is. 28 years old, biggest bout in boxing history. My own boss not owned 5 years, and all of you felines want to see me fail, but God has other ideas. It's the era of good, the era of the elephant. It's the era of MVP. After the cancellation of the bout with Jake Paul, Canelo Alvarez has inked a 4-fight agreement with Turki Al-Sheikh. This partnership signals a big change in Canelo's career trajectory, linking him with new promotional partners and offering chances for high-profile matches.
All right, let's do this. Canelo versus Crawford, confirmed. Not a rumor, not speculation, not he said, she said, or someone leaking the story. Confirmed. And I guess the confirmation doesn't get much more rock solid than the Ring Magazine putting this story out first. Ring Magazine, obviously owned by Turki. Turki would have been the one to put this deal together, and Turki would have had to give him the green light for the Ring Magazine to even put that story out. That's as confirmation as you need it. That's it. The fight will happen in September. Touch wood, no injuries. Wow. Easily the biggest fight of 2025. I said a few days ago, Benavidez Morale was my most intriguing fight of 2025. Obviously, that's now been put down to second place because this has been announced. Nothing can be announced to top this.
This partnership signals a big change in Canelo's career trajectory, linking him with new promotional partners and offering chances for high-profile matches.
You said that you'd like to go up against Canelo Alvarez. What gives you the right to call out a 59-2 boxer, one of the greatest of all time, when you've not yet proven yourself?
I'm predicting what's going to happen
In
3
the
more years from now.
So 3
I'm
years.
going to get to his skill level and beat him. I have one of the greatest self-belief systems in the world, and I know what I'm capable of. And with this new team, I can give Canelo a serious run for his money.
Would you ever do like exhibitions like that, or like people like Jake Paul call you out, or these like other big stars? Like, is that business-wise like even worth it?
When I'm done with boxing, why not? Maybe I do it. I think it's
Like when you're done like competing at the highest
Yeah.
level, you're saying?
Yeah, I think it's good because what happened there is other people who never watch boxing, or they don't know anything about boxing, they wanna watch Jake Paul because he's coming from he bring fans from other world, right?
Yeah.
That's good because everybody enjoy it.
Would you ever entertain that idea when you're done?
Maybe.
Showbiz The Adult states the discussions surrounding Canelo Alvarez's next bout have sparked great intrigue, although Jake Paul's participation looks to alter the emphasis, with sources saying that a match between him and Canelo is canceled. Eddie Hearn has not ruled out a Canelo versus Crawford match, but current hype and Jake Paul's promotional efforts strongly indicate that his fight with Canelo is set if confirmed. This match could generate massive attention, as Paul himself claims it will be a historic event even bigger than Mike Tyson's past fights.
A few weeks ago, you heard what Terence Crawford had to say on why he wants to take on Saul Canelo Alvarez.
I just want the opportunity, to fight the best fighter in my generation that's out there. He's the most accomplished fighter, and I would just like to, fight another great.
Which is a very noble reason. I mean, it's a reason that I can get behind. If you notice, his primary reason isn't money. He did say it'd be the biggest fight, which, you do want a big fight, but I don't think he meant monetarily, which the money comes, okay? But what he's saying is he want to test himself versus the best. And I think he's telling the truth here, right? Of course you want big money and stuff like that, but I think his swan song is just him testing himself up against the very best. Those are the reasons, the boardroom.
Are you tired of people asking you about Terence yet?
No, look, I always say, I respect Terence Crawford. He's a very talented fighter, but he just win one big fight. If you see his record, he just beat one good fighter like Errol Spence is.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't think he's beating other great fighter like Spence. He did a really good job with the Spence. He did almost look very easy. But I knew Terence Crawford is a great fighter. But you never know in boxing. We'll see.
Turkey Alec made a video message about Canelo Alvarez's scheduled fight deal during the Riot season.